Hello, it's Sheree from Sheree's Crafty Girls. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to make this lovely origami box. Now you can make this any size you would like as long as it's a square. You don't have to glue it. I have, but you don't have to. But I think that's a super little box, really good size. So you can make it, this is a 12 by 12, but you can make a little 6 by 6 inch one, or 8 by 8, whatever size you want, it really doesn't matter. This one I'm going to give you scoring measurements, and this one I'm going to show you later where you don't need any score, any measuring, and this is what will show you how to make a 6 by 6, 8 by 8, 7 by 7, whatever size as long as it's a square. So we'll start with this one, and for that you're going to need a 12 by 12 inch piece of DSP, a 10 inch by 1 inch strip of cardstock. This is from Presents and Pinecone. This is real red, and this is going to be the belly band, and then some corresponding scrap paper just to for your labour. It's 2 inch, 1 1/2, and then I'm going to do 1 1/4 for the sentiment. So take your scoring board and you're going to score at 1 1/2 inches, 3 3¾ Now you can either turn it round and do the same measurements again, or you go across to 8 1/4, 9 and 10 1/2, then turning it around, you are then going to score at 3 inches, 4 1/2, 7 1/2 and 9. And that's all your scoring done. Now determine whatever side you're going to now fold in, that will be the top. So this would be the inside of this box, or I can have that as the inside of my box. I think I'm going to go with that, and I think I've done the pattern on the wrong side, wrong direction, but never mind. So go ahead and fold and burnish all your score lines. And I'm going to do quite a few extra score lines as well. So just fold and burnish those to start off with, all the way around. And again. And your last. So, I think you see it better on this one. You have a section that has a rectangle, a square, a rectangle, a square and a rectangle, or you have a side that has rectangle, 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 a big rectangle, a small rectangle, rectangle and rectangle. It's the side with the very wide rectangle in the centre that you want to your right, left and right, and you're going to bring this corner to the innermost score line. So fold it down and align it with your innermost score line and burnish, and do that to all 4 corners. So again, turn it round, bring this corner to come in and align with the innermost score line, and the same here. Okay, so now you have, I'll turn it this side just for a moment, you have your wide section and a narrow section, and then your centre. You want the ones that has the most score lines on your right and left now, or top and bottom, and you're going to fold to the very innermost score line, and you're going to fold that in Then again on this next score line, fold that in and bring that one back. Okay, and then open it right out, put your fingers on the 2 edge panels, and you're going to open and fold this square nice and neatly so it comes back on itself. You have a little bit here and you just fold it back on itself. So I'll show you again with a section that has 1, 2, 3 score lines. You are going to take this first score line and fold it over and burnish. The next narrow score line, fold it over and burnish. And the last score line, you're going to bring it back on yourself and burnish. But you're now going to open it completely out. Put your index fingers on the square below the triangle and open the triangle, and then just align it nice and neatly, tucking it under and folding it in on itself. So we're now going to bring the very inner score line, you're going to bring those in on themselves. So where it flaps, you have a score line below it, bring it in. That should meet pretty much in the centre. Now, you don't have to fold it, glue it, because your box is going to hold those 2 triangles. Let me turn it around that way. And you're just gently easing this box up to itself, like so. I can just get it into that point. So where your triangle is, you have a square here. You're going to bring this diagonally across, so this edge will meet this edge, not right to the very end, just to that score line, and the same the other side. And you're going to do that again on this side. So bring your flap down, holding your finger on the triangle, and you're going to bring that score line to match the inner score line, like so, and the same the other side. So pop him in, finger on the triangle, and bring him in, and that is your box. So you're just going to bring this side up, finger on that triangle and bring him up, and bring your box across. So you don't have to glue it, so it fits nice and snug, but I open it out and I use a little bit of sticky strip just along the bottom score line there. And you don't necessarily have to, it's your preference, and across the score line, oh, that's empty, and across that score line. I just like it to hold nice and firm. Turn it round and do exactly the same here. So at the bottom of your flap and across that score line, and across that score line. And then all you're going to do is take a sticky strip off the backing. Oh, something's come, and this one, and lastly this one. Fold your flaps in so they meet, and then that will just hold your box so that when you bring it up it just sticks like so. I'm just going to crease that there and there, and there's your box. Super. So you don't have to glue it, it's entirely up to you, but there you are, and you can store it nice and flat or put your little gift inside. Now to do the belly band, I am just simply going to pop it on the top, fold it round gently, just crease it slightly so you know where you want the creases, and then with your bone folder come in and just reinforce, making sure they're nice and square, where you can see where you've creased them around your box, like so, and that one, and there. Now you know that's going to fit perfectly around your box, and it's going to be nice and neatly folded, like so, and then a tiny piece of sticky strip along the edge of one end, taking off the backing, and again pop it around your box, making sure that it's all nice and neatly aligned, not too tight, because you do want to be able to get the band on, off and on, and then just meet them up. And there's your belly band. And all I did for the sentiment was a 2-inch, 1.5 inch, and now I'm going to use the sentiment from Perfect Pairing, and I think I'm going to use Thank You. So taking a block, this is a C block, and I should have got out MB. And just stamp, oops, your finger, ink your stamp, pop it in. I'm doing it on Whisper White. Clean it on your stamping scrub. Goodness me, it's a bit alive, I think. And pop it straight away so you don't lose it. And it's in there. Punch your ink. I'm now using a 1¼ inch punch, and I'm just going to punch him out a little hunky. And with that I'm going to use some fast fuse, put that on the centre of the red, and a dimensional or 2. I think 1 would be fine. I'll put that one back on the centre of my sentiment, and put that in the centre of that, and then piece of sticky strip, fast fuse on the centre, and there we are. Now, as I said, I'm going to show you how to do the little one that has no folding, no measurements at all, and it's very quick and very simple. Take your bone folder, fold your card in half. Now you can do this with a 12-inch, you don't have to, again, you do not have to measure. Then turning it the other side, fold it in half. Don't crease all the way along, you're just going to crease the centre, like so. So you bring your bottom edge to the centre, turn bottom edge to the centre, and then bring it right the way up to the crease that you have just now made, like so, and that one right up again to the crease that you have now just made. Okay, so you have most of the creases like that. Now ignore the middle one. You're going to bring your corner down to the second score line, and the same this side, if I'm not mistaken. Round into the middle score line, like so, and you're going to bring, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 score lines going that way, and the little crease that we made in the middle, it's the crease we want to bring this edge, not the ones with all the score line there. This one hasn't got any horizontal score lines. We're going to bring the edge to that middle crease, okay, and score, and then bring it back on itself, like so, and do exactly the same the other side. So you bring this side into that score line, into the crease I should say, back onto itself, open them both out, finger on the square below the triangle, open your flap up, and again making sure that they're aligned with that score line, and do the same again. So fingers on the square, open the triangle, whoops, that one doesn't want to go, and just fold them so they match at that score line. And then you're going to, gosh, I've completely forgot where I am. Going to bring it back into itself, into the middle, and bring that side back into the middle, making sure they're nice and, whoops, it's going to be skew. So open it out, fingers on your triangles, and the same the other side, finger on your 2 triangles there. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, he's come out, that's all. He's been a bit of a silly bum. So pop that back in, just reinforce that score line there, making sure that corner stays down while you bring that in. Okay, so hold your triangle down and bring that up and over. Put them 2 triangles down, up and over. And there again is your box. You can glue it or you can leave it like that. It's entirely up to you. And there's your little box. I am, however, going to put a little bit of sticky strip along that score line, because I like the box to stay down. You don't have to, it's entirely up to you. And along this one. Now the reason I did it this way is because I just, caught it too far. There we go. Okay, and again along the bottom score line and the top score line, just to hold your square in place. You really don't have to, it's entirely up to you. I'll show you the other one that I don't think I did glue, but I just prefer to take off the back end, of those, fold them in to the centre, so fold that in again, let's say, to the centre, and they store beautifully like that. Then all you're doing is opening your box and bringing your flaps across. I'm going to use some ribbon to make the belly band on this one. I'm going to let you all have a laugh at me tying a bow. This is going to be the belly band for this box. So tie a ribbon. Now I'm just poking through there. Quite a thick ribbon. I love this ruched ribbon. Oh, let me try one more time. I'm squashing my box. Pop the ribbon round. Make your little bow. No, you don't want it to. I should have put a bigger edge on it, but that's fine. Little bow. No, I'm going to have to put a bigger edge. It's far too small. Oh, goodness me. So, neaten your box up and pop a bow on top. Now you watch, I've made it far too big. Gotta order that! Why will it not? There we are. Such a big bow there for such a little box, really. That's fine. It's a bit too tight, is it?